Look at this hot shot. So it's June 14th. We got done with corn last Saturday. I think we're gonna finish planting soybeans today. Dad's got the toolbar hooked up to the 8400. He's gonna start side dressing corn, and I've got to go move some boxes around on the tender, and then I should be ready to go. We got about 40 acres left of our own and about 20 acres left custom to plant. First thing I've got to do is go over to Grandpa's once again and move some boxes around on the seed tender. We've got 4 empties on here. We've got, let's see, 1 more box that's full, and then we got a pallet of bags. We plant soybeans at 160,000 seeds to the acre, roughly, and we plant corn at about 32,000 seeds per acre. So it takes a lot more soybeans than it does corn. I think we had 13 boxes of beans and a pallet of bags, 2 pallets of bags, and we only had 6 boxes of corn and a pallet of bags. So it seems like all I do during the spring is move boxes around, but it's got to be done. Well, we got to change of plans already. I met Dad on the road. He said he's going to go take care of the boxes so I can go start planting corn. Planter's sitting at the farm, full, ready to go. All I got is 20 acres left in that field. Then I got to move west of town, plant another 20 acres there, finish up 10 acres on another farm, then we got a 30-acre farm. I counted wrong. We got more than 40 acres left. So, do the math.
And a scoop of ice cream from Candy and Cake in Northfield Square Mall in.
I've got to take this Raven monitor out and leave in the pickup for Dad. This is what we use for anhydrous, and then we put it in the planter tractor and we use it to control our starter fertilizer. We only have one, but Dad needs it. So yeah, we don't need that starter monitor for beans. We only use starter on corn. And we're off. So when we no-till beans, we usually plant them on an angle. That way the planter will knock the stalks down a little better, because sometimes when you're harvesting soybeans, if you got some corn stalks standing up, they'll cause a little bit of issues when you're trying to cut them. So that's why we plant on an angle. I was just listening to the radio. Every morning they do this trivia thing, and today's question was 85% of people experience anxiety when this happens. First guy that called in, his answer was when you call into the radio station early in the morning to answer a trivia question. That was a good one. The answer was when your cell phone charge is low. So this is one of those rare occasions where plan A actually worked out. I told you guys in the last video, I think it was the last video, that we were planning on planting corn up until the 15th, and we ended up getting it done on the 8th. It just worked out that we had nice weather. We got the corn in the ground in about 7 days total, which is pretty good, and then it took us about 4 or 5 days to get the beans in the ground. So we had a little bit of a rain shower in between the corn and the beans, but it was welcome. It was actually starting to get kind of dry. I guess plan A would have been to get the crops in the ground a long time ago, but for the circumstances, plan A worked out pretty well. The problem we have with this planter, as you can see, it has 31 separate boxes on it. So when you're trying to finish up a field and you have just enough soybeans, you'll have one row get empty. So you'll go out, take the scoop, get some out of this one, put it in there. Well, then you'll have one over here run out. And then you'll have one round left, and it'll take you a half hour because you're going around trying to fill the boxes. And I just lost a lid. I just noticed that. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do now. I just had one run out. So, Empty. Not empty. Dude, you are not welcome here. Got him. Moved on to the next field. Gotta fill up with some seed. Alright, we got the planter full. I just have to change the variety in here. This is what we're planting now. Variety 3238X. Color blue. Lot number. So what that does is it records what variety we plant where. So when we come back and harvest, we know what varieties we are. That way we can tell which ones do good, which ones do bad, and we can make decisions off of that for next year and years to come. All right, let's roll. We got about 22 acres here, half-mile rows. Shouldn't take me too long. So this field is one of our exception fields. Most of our fields are pretty sandy. This one, however, is some pretty heavy, nasty clay. So it's been no-till for probably about 5 consecutive years now. If you touch this farm with any kind of tillage, it just turns the ground into softballs, and that is not very good planting conditions. So we found that no-till works really good on this farm. We're actually wanting to transition a lot of our farm over to no-till. We see a lot of benefits. You know, fuel savings would be huge because it takes a lot of fuel to run tillage. But you don't have to worry as much about soil washing away from, you know, water erosion, wind erosion, things like that. And it would just lower the manpower needed to get the crop in the ground. If you can take a guy out of the field cultivator and have him help doing something else like hauling chemical to the sprayer, it's just a lot easier on everybody. So that's what we're thinking. This farm's been a good trial, so far we like it. We're actually hoping to have some sort of vertical tillage implement by next year. We're not really sure what we want yet, but we're looking at our line in here from last year. So I'm going right along the border of this guy's field, and I don't even have to steer. Right through here, there's a little bit of a ravine where the water flows through. It comes from that neighbor's farm, flows through us, and goes over to that neighbor's farm. Now, another benefit to no-till is that crop residue stays on top, so when the water washes through, it doesn't take soil with it. And that is a huge benefit on this farm because here's another little bit of a ravine here. There's another one in the back. So if we kept using conventional tillage on this farm, eventually we would be losing a lot of soil because the water just kind of flows across the surface because it's so hilly. So another great benefit of no-till. Better get out and dig. I haven't done that for a while. That'll work. Got this field done. On to the next. Just got started here. I've got about 8 acres left in this field. There's a couple acres across the road. There's a little, it's like 3 acres over there. Dad started this field the other day and then he got the planter pretty empty. So he decided to go over and do what we had to do for custom. That way we didn't have to clean the planter out. So just got to finish up this little field, that little field, and then we got 30 acres left and we'll be done. Farming is hard work. Since we plant our beans on an angle, we have what you call point rows. Border of the field goes straight. That's this blue over here. And this blue over here is the angle that we're planting. So once I head up into that point, the left side of the planter will be going over the spot that's already been planted. So what we do is we hit this point row button. So I can flip it over to left. It'll shut the left half of the planter off. And I'll show you that once we get going. Alright, so we're almost there. See, now the left half of the planter is off. So now when I turn around, I just flip it over to the opposite side, start going. When I get to the spot that's not planted, I turn my point row back on, and then we plant the rest of the field. By doing that, we save a little bit of seed. That way we're not double planting as much. A lot of newer planters, if they're either electric drive or hydraulic drive, they have individual row shutoffs, and they're automatic. So if you pull into a spot that's already been planted, they'll either shut off one by one or some are 2 by 2. But that would be nice to have someday because we have a lot of point rows. Another one bites the dust. 30 acres left. Just had one of the chains come off the units. That hasn't happened for a while. The monitor started beeping at me, said number 16 in the back wasn't planting. And I just went around and put a bucket of seed in each box because I knew I was going to run short. Thankfully it wasn't a big problem. The chain just popped off. Popped it back on, now we're up running again. Well, just ate lunch. Now we're back in the field. I got about 20 acres left. I just had enough to go around the border when I came over here. I put just enough in to maybe finish up. I don't want to put too much because the leftover seed that we have in bags we can return and get refunded for it. So hopefully I put enough in. I probably didn't. I'll probably have to put some more in to finish up, but we'll see. Hope this mare's tail dies. Sprayed it with paraquat. It should. Alright, so I've began the frustrating task of trying to end the field with an empty planter. I've got boxes running out one by one. Gotta go move seed around, fill them up. The last 10 acres of beans are the worst. There's another one. I'm gonna need more beans. I gotta walk over there and get some more. Got a round and a half left. I just put 8 bags in. Hopefully that gets me through, because I really don't want to dump any more bags. Half a pass left, and I got 2 boxes I ran out. Alright, I think I might make it. The last bag I dumped, I left a little bit at the bottom, and I put it in that box that we lost the lid on. Yeah, we still haven't found that lid. Oh well, might have to buy a new one. But anyways, I put that partial bag in the box. That way, if I run out, I can just grab that bag, dump a little bit in, and I don't have to go fishing around in boxes with the scoop. I'm like 100 feet from the end, and I got 2 boxes I ran out. And that's it, we're done. Alright, see you later, YouTube. It's been good. Plant 19's done. June 14th. It almost took us a whole month to plant the crop. We started on May 16th, got done on June 14th. It's definitely been one of the most frustrating seasons that I've ever been around. Hope we don't ever have to deal with that again, but I'm glad it's done. Now we got a graduation party to go to tonight, so Finished just in time. So the graduation party is for Dylan. He's the one you saw in some of my videos. He's been helping us out. He just graduated from high school. But instead of paying him, we're just gonna go to his graduation party. I figure that's fair. Now that we're done, I can clean up Dad's mess. Jeez, Dad. Now settle down. I'm not actually gonna quit YouTube. I was just joking. I'll be back. There's still plenty of work to do on the farm. We gotta start side dressing. We're gonna start spraying our post on corn and beans. There's always stuff to do. Now somebody's gotta wash all this stuff, including the combine. Looks like Dad's coming along pretty good side dressing. He got this field done and the field in front of the house, and now he's over here. That's probably about all he's gonna do for today. You can't side dress the corn when it's too small because the applicator throws some dirt and it'll bury the corn if it's real small, but this first planting stuff is pretty big. Looks good. See this side dress runs a knife right in between the rows, injects some nitrogen. We like the side dress because the corn's already there, it's ready for the nitrogen. You don't have to worry about losing as much. Plant 19's over, glad to be done. Leah and I are on our way home. We're gonna go get cleaned up and go to the graduation party. So thank you guys for sticking around to watch what we did this spring. Like I said, it's definitely been a frustrating one. It feels really good to be done. Hopefully it all grows and we don't have to replant anything. I don't think we'll end up replanting any corn at this point, but Dad got all of our first planted corn side dressed, got all the beans in the ground. We had a pretty good day. If you like what you saw, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and also right next to the subscribe button there's a little button that looks like a bell. If you click that, then you'll get notified whenever I have a new video. So if you like them, you want to be notified, hit that bell button. See you next time.